Welcome back, everyone. My name is Patrick. You're watching the Oilers Rundown. Well, we've had over 24 hours now to process the news. Philip Broberg, Dylan Holloway headed to the St. Louis Blues. The Oilers not matching their offer sheets. We've talked about it for 7 days, so there's really not much more to go over there. Some of the news that filtered out yesterday was that Philip Broberg was probably looking at multiple offer sheets. So if St. Louis didn't offer sheet Philip Broberg, there was probably 2 or 3 other teams that were going to step up to do so. With that knowledge, we can probably assume that Philip Broberg, one way or the other, unless the Oilers were willing to step up, spend a lot of money on him, was going to be leaving the Edmonton Oilers via offer sheet. So disappointing for sure, losing Dylan Holloway as well. Dylan Holloway, Philip Broberg, 2 great young prospects here for the Edmonton Oilers, former first-round picks of Oilers GM Ken Holland. We got to move on here. New GM Stan Bowman brought in Ty Emberson, a guy that looks like he's going to get a chance to even play in the Oilers' top 4 here, probably with Darnell Nurse, but we'll see how the pairings look come training camp. Vasily Podkolzin coming in from the Vancouver Canucks. I think he's going to be starting on the 4th line with the Edmonton Oilers. That's my projection, but he's a guy that could very well work his way up the lineup as well. So it's going to be an interesting next few weeks here for the Edmonton Oilers. Bob Stauffer of Oilers Now is currently on vacation, but he did do a hit on Oilers Now yesterday. There was some playful banter between him and Brendan Escott regarding a Leon Draisaitl extension. I don't know if officially if it's close, but it looks like it's going to go down here sometime pretty soon. I would not be surprised. I believe Stauffer's on vacation for the next 2 weeks. If it goes down either a little bit later this week or early next week, do not be shocked. I don't think the Oilers necessarily look horrible right now, but I think they do want to change the narrative away from unmatched offer sheets to a big Leon Draisaitl extension that's going to get everybody excited, back in the right frame of mind for the start of the season. Bob Stauffer did also mention on the show yesterday some potential PTO options for the Edmonton Oilers. For training camp specifically, the Oilers are going to need some more defensemen for split squad games and stuff like that. So he thinks they're for sure bringing in a PTO on defense. Stauffer hinted that it's probably going to be a player that has played under head coach Chris Knoblauch before. There's a few different options out there that match that criteria. Travis Dermott, who has spent the last couple seasons with the Vancouver Canucks and Arizona Coyotes, is one such player. He's a left shot D. Last season, in 50 games played with the Arizona Coyotes, he had 2 goals, 5 assists, 7 points, and was a minus 14. And Dermott played under Chris Knoblauch with the OHL's Erie Otters. And another defenseman that meets Bob's criteria is defenseman Jared Tenorti, also a left shot. He spent the last couple seasons with the Chicago Blackhawks. In 52 games played last season, he had 9 assists for 9 points and was a minus 27. He spent time under Chris Knoblauch with the Hartford Wolfpack in 2021-2022. The Oilers do have quite a bit of options on the right side now with Ty Emberson, Josh Brown, Troy Stetcher. So clearly with these PTO options, they're looking for a little bit more depth on the left side. We'll see if any of those guys actually earn a contract out of camp and who the Oilers ultimately choose. I know there's been some talk also about Tyson Barrie, Justin Schultz. With Ty Emberson coming in, I don't think either of those guys end up getting an opportunity now. Maybe the Oilers bring one of them in on a PTO just to see how they look, and they could possibly steal that bottom pairing slot, but we'll see what happens here, guys. But right now, I think if anybody does come in on a PTO, it's probably going to be on the left side. Travis Dermott, Jared Tenorti, a couple names to keep an eye on there. But at the end of the day, I don't know if any of the PTOs ultimately earn a contract with the Edmonton Oilers here going forward. So that's basically the latest, guys. I think the Oilers pretty much have their roster here going into training camp unless something surprising comes up. So we'll see what happens here over the next couple weeks, guys. But I think we should have some Leon Draisaitl news pretty soon. Let me know your thoughts on those potential PTO targets. What do you think of the moves of the last couple days? Did the Oilers make the right choice? Did they make the wrong choice? Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If this is your first visit to the channel and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan.